what's going on? My name is Fangirl Grace, and hopefully you can hear me well because I've got a mic. And you can see me. I've got a little lamp here that's just thing because without it, my face goes like this. I'm so dark. Today we are just gonna be having a little fandom talk. We haven't done this since 2018 October. And this is just gonna be me talking about whatever I've just been watching and feeling and anything. And I've got to be honest, 2018 to 2020 is a blur. So we'll just start with what I've been about this year. We'll start with, and then whatever I start tangent on. I have a list of things here. If you see me looking there instead of there, I don't know where to look. So we'll be talking about some things. First things first, I found a game, which I know this is a fandom talk, and it's of Percy Jackson, the movie, the bad movies. I didn't know people had actually. I didn't know that it was actually a game. You can see that Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, and Activision did that. I'm quite surprised about that. I was like, wait a minute, it got that much backing to actually make a game out of it. So that was a bit of a shocker. I got Disney Plus. I'm at least for a month, and I've been watching Austin and Ally repeatedly for some reason. And I didn't realise till today that I'm already up to season 2, episode 11, I guess now. Which season 2, episode 10 is Osley's first kiss, and then Kira comes into the mix, which is bad. And it's just I like the songs. I think it started when I was watching Instagram stories. So my feed is like it's like 90% the Crisis information, and then it's like Sabrina and that with if you can hear Luke. I don't know if you can, but if you can hear Luke. And there was them dancing in that, and then I guess that led to Ross Lynch's like live concerts and stuff like that, and I just started watching Osley again because I remembered how much I love the songs and I ship it. I've like been reading fan fictions of it and I've been getting back into it. I've been liking this one where Austin's a werewolf and he's in this pack, and like Ally is a nobody, which is like most fan fictions are of Ally being a nobody. Like, I know in the beginning of the show she was already a nobody, but it's still kind of a bit sad. And like Austin's that thing, but I do like those. I read a fan fiction actually last night where Austin was the bad dude and Ally was the rich girl. So being very snobby and all this other stuff. I like Austin and Ally. I do like the Still Your Heart song and the Don't Look Down song. I'm going to talk about Harry Potter. You can see them. That's Ron, Hermione, Hagrid, and Harry, and then up the top I've got Dumbledore and Voldemort. In my head, I have like this fan fiction going on in my head, like completely irrelevant to any fan fiction I've ever read, but it's very Ron-centric and kind of Harry bashing, I guess you could say. But like in my head, just stay with me. Like Ron, they're like doing a concert at the school, and Ron is singing it with Rose from Doctor Who. It's a long story, and I don't think my brain could like come out with it. I've tried writing it, and it's just really hard to explain. And those songs, I really like imagining Ron singing them. So in my head, Ron is singing them to Rose, but all the feelings that come from the song, he's picturing it as Hermione, and Rose is picturing it as the Doctor. Yeah, does that make sense? And the 10-year-old since we loved you since we were 10-year-old or something like that. I can't remember how that one goes. There's Funko Pops coming, which I am really my little evil brother. There is 4 new Pokemon Pops coming. There's the Vulpix, Mewtwo, Mr. Mime, and Pichu. And I think the Mewtwo kind of looks like the Detective Pikachu Mew. Just on the internet, should be up here. And the Great Mouse Detective pop figures. Let's see if I can show you guys. Oh. So there's Basil, Miguel, and Ratigan. That is my favorite Disney movie. As much as and Mufasa is my favorite Disney character. If you didn't know, it's like a scary movie because it was in the dark era of Disney, and I don't know why I like it. I just remember it, and then at the they're singing the Ratigan, and then the drunk one goes, the world famous rat, what? And then it gets fed to the cat. You can tell I remember it. What else? I haven't watched the new Doctor Who. I'm a fake Doctor Who fan. Haven't watched Jodie Whittaker because I watched a few episodes of her first. I watched the first episode, and I got up to the one where they're in the desert, and Ryan, is that his name? Brings up Call of Duty. I think that's far, but I've been seeing pictures on Instagram of I guess spoilers, but I don't even understand it. Or the new Master, another Doctor, Gallifrey. Actually, speaking of Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker, I believe there was this one episode. I haven't watched this in ages since it came out. There was this episode where Rosa Parks. There was an episode with Rosa Parks. Was that with Jodie Whittaker? Yes, with Jodie Whittaker. And the bad dude. He was on Revenge, right? He played Daniel, didn't he? And I found that funny. And if you haven't seen Jodie Whittaker in Broadchurch with David Tennant, and there's another date. It's how can I explain this? It's like Harry Potter, Doctor Who. It's another British thing. I don't know. But it's another one of those. So David Tennant was in it. Arthur, who played Rory, was in it. The girl from the 11th Hour, I believe, which is the first episode with Matt Smith, where she was the mum and then the little twins. She's in it. Gwen is in it. Who else is in it? But I definitely recommend that show. It's a bit mature, but if you like David Tennant, he's in it with his Scottish accent. Anything else about Doctor Who that I've been reading? Well, Grace is the Doctor, which my dream. It's one of those things it's my dream, but I just want to be companion. Can I be the Doctor and the companion? Would that work? I don't know. Okay, I just went through a loop in my head. John Barrowman, he returned, I believe, and he didn't get to meet the new Doctor, sadly. That I know of, obviously. I think he did pash or snog, Graham. I saw that bit. Which, good to know that he did get it out. He did get the time vortex out of the river. I wonder if they had a little tea bit, so what's been going on? Oh, the Doctor. Sorry for the. Wait a second. Does that mean what I think it means? No. I just had a realization. In the Christmas episode, the final Christmas episode with Matt Lucas and all that before he became a main character, did she have the vortex manipulator on? Because if that's true, that means there's another. If you've ever watched the timeline of River Song, that means that there's another clip that could be in there. So between that episode where they go to the Seeing Towers of something and to the library, which means Jack must have got it from River. Then how did River get it out of... Wait, where did Clara put it? Oh, my mind's gone. This is the problem, Doctor Who. It's wibbly wobbly, timely wobbly stuff. Okay, we'll start off the next one. I can't remember if I've ever mentioned this. Lucifer, Morning Star. Well, I guess this does tie into Crisis if you haven't watched it all. Spoilers. But it's canon that Lucifer is werewolves in the DC universe. But I won't talk about his cameo until I talk about Crisis, which I will be doing a full video, but just a few things off my head because I need to rewatch the entire thing again. Otherwise I'd be like, what's that thing? And I already have done that for like 11 minutes. So Lucifer is a great show, in my opinion. I'm not an expert, but I have watched over 350 TV shows. So, does that make me an expert? No, because there's not really a class of being an expert for this. Wish it was. But it is a very different spin. It doesn't focus on Lucifer being, well, the devil that everyone knows. And if you get behind like all the religious stuff, I can get behind Lucifer as the TV show. I can get behind that. But if you don't know what Lucifer is about the devil who comes to Los Angeles with his head demon, I guess you call her, Mazikeen Smith. And they go on vacation to Los Angeles. And he stays there for 5 years. He's a club owner. He grants favors to everyone. He's very charming. In the first episode, like first few minutes, he's already does. He's got like a power, I guess you could call it, that brings out people's desires. And he did this. He was speeding or something, and he did this to a policeman. And what do you desire? Sort of thing. Just like let him like actually say what he thinks, and then he was like, oh, sometimes I actually just put my sirens on for fun. And it's just like that, like sort of fun. And like the whole funniest thing about the show is he tells everyone he's the devil. No one believes that he's the devil. Which is just like, don't get me started. And it's very frustrating, especially in the later seasons, because one person in particular, I won't spoil the entire thing, starts to think that he's actually lying, I guess you could say, not telling the truth and that. And obviously, 3 seconds later, she discovers the truth for real. Spoiler. As she. I'm just leaving it at that. It's my favourite. It's just, I just love watching season 1 from the beginning. I love when, I just love watching it all. I do like it. I do like it when Lucifer's injured. As bad as that sounds, specifically when Chloe's around. When, I guess this is spoilers, I guess. I believe he got stabbed in one episode, trying to protect the protective. I think that was the episode where he's like, oh, you make me weak, and I was like, oh, I still took a knife to the shoulder for you. And then he got shot in later seasons. And that's when the dynamic sort of changed, I guess. Which, like, I'm just gonna state it. I don't know why I'm speaking in metaphors. This isn't a Lucifer talk. This is just a Grace talks about whatever. So Chloe, she jumps on him, trying to protect him because the explosion and all that stuff happens, and if there was a bomb and everything. And yeah, so the main ship in the show is Decker Star. I believe that's the official fandom ship name for them. We love Maze. We love Linda. Linda deserves to see her own therapist, but then she wouldn't. That would be a fun episode when like Maze becomes the therapist, or gets like someone from hell and just be like, here, you be her therapist. You need to like, and then she'd just be like, you have no idea what I went through. I gave birth to a baby who could have came out with wings. Never happened before. My patient is the devil. My best friend is a demon. My baby's father is an angel. My baby's grandfather is God. My baby's grandmother is technically Charlotte Richards. And then to top it all off, she almost got killed multiple times by this bloody family. Did I miss anything? No, Linda just that's metal. And when Mazza finally confronts Chloe about, and we love Trixie. We love Trixie as well. I fully would understand if Trixie just punched someone for saying the devil was evil and be like, no, he's not. He's my best friend. I love those fan fictions. I was talking about something. Oh, yes. Confronts Chloe about Trixie not wanting to see and that, but you're actually scared. And then she's like, no, Linda took up much better than you. I mean, Linda was silent for a few weeks, but... And then they just have a meeting. And I do love Linda's strikeout. I mean, I feel like if Chloe had stayed long enough, I feel like Mazikeen or Lucifer would have been like, oh, by the way, if you want to talk to someone that isn't, a celestial, you can talk to Linda. And that, which I believe, Father Kingsley is just, he gives me a headache. Like, how the hell? Like, I can understand why Chloe would fall for it, but on the other hand, I do not understand. I mean, he's never lied to her. He's very adamant about that. The only thing that really changed was A, her belief, and B, she actually saw it. She just saw the burns. Which I wonder if they were self-inflicted. Like, when he got sent, or when he got banished to hell, did he, put his hand in the fire, or is that how, or has he never looked like that in hell? Like, his devil face. Is that how he looks in hell, or is he just like in the season 4 finale where he's on his throne being like, that's the big question. And when Menadil was like, no wonder your father is so proud of you, Chloe's like, oh, sorry, and then she realized, crap, he's an angel, he should know. It's like that little nod, and I feel like it definitely did warm my heart. I mean, that means Amenador, when he took Charlotte, R.I.P. Charlotte, to heaven, he must have popped in. I think he popped in, and Cain. I don't know where I think. I'm just talking about this. I might have to do a video, otherwise I'm talking about this entire thing. And I'm just saying videos because now I have time because Luke's going to school, which means I have time to do videos. Yeah, Cain. The world's first murderer. witches. Ugh. Like, he's Smallville, though. He's Smallville. Another thing I have to... Oh, my God. That would be funny. If anyone's ever... I'm getting into the crisis again. I might as well start into it. I'll probably do another Fandom Talk where I talk about Lucifer. So, in the crisis... I'll just quickly tie in Lucifer and... So, Lucifer... They go to Lucifer's Earth. Because as we all know, there's different Earths. Like Earth 2, Earth 49. But Lucifer's Earth, it's 666. Which means, is that 666? Or does that mean there's a Lucifer in every world? No one gonna answer? No, just my head. Fun. I am so weird. But when you don't talk to anyone for a while, especially about fandom stuff, you do go a bit crazy. So he's in it. He meets Constantine, John, and Mia. And he does his old trick and says, "What do you desire to Mia?" And Mia's like, "To see my father again." Ooh, Daddy issues. She should have led with that. Oh, lovely stuff. But that scene in it has to be before the show started. I feel like. Also, I love that devil card. Don't know why. Because if you didn't watch the crisis, where do you begin? There was so many people guest starring in it. I mean, the main ones were Smallville was back, Lois Lane. She was actually playing Lois Lane instead of the mum. Actually, I have a list here. So, Earth 167, Clark Kent and Lois Lane from Smallville. Earth 203, Huntress and Oracle. Earth 89, Alexander Knox, which I believe he played someone in the original Batman. Earth 96, my Superman, Brandon Ruth. Brandon Ruth is my Superman. Dick Grayson, he played Robin in the classic Earth 66. Mick Rory doing the writing. So when Oliver reset the universe, spoilers, he must have kept going with that. 75, Clark and Lois died. Earth 16, Oliver died. Earth X, the Nazi world. Nerf 9, which was the Titans world. I honestly I just can't get over that they brought Brandon Ruth Superman back. I mean, that was probably my favourite thing out of the thing, like a whole thing. Sad to know that his Lois died. But also, now looking at it, so they did his costume up and everything. You haven't seen the pictures. So the top one is the old one. This one is the new one. He hasn't got his curl. Just realised that. Obviously he's got a new suit and everything, but he hasn't got his curl. I feel mildly offended. Anyway, so if he... I don't... yeah, let's continue. Smallville. If Lucifer went to that Earth, Lucifer from Lucifer, would he be like, Kane? Also, ask Clark Kent gave up his powers. But Lex's face was just brilliant. I don't really want to talk more about the crisis, so I'm going to do a full video now. And plus, this is already 25 minutes long, and I can talk for hours, which is really depressing. Well, it's not depressing. I'm always depressed. If you can't laugh at yourself. Any, things involving what I've talked about. The crisis, Lucifer was my favourite part. People were shocked, but I could have sworn they announced it, months and months ago. What is going on with my hair? I could have sworn it was already announced. I'm like, it was a shock? It's like one of those Matrix things. Or the simulations. I'm like, wait, it wasn't announced? Also, how did they get rights? It wasn't on the CW, was it? It was on Fox. Wish CW would have... Nah, because then it would have turned horrible. Glad Netflix took it. Smallville, they have boys. They got 2 boys. Smallville and Lois Lane. I'm just going to say it now. My heart just still breaks because I am Lena and Clark shipper. If you don't know who Lena Lang is, the door's there. You can exit whenever you want. Also, Lex is the president. Did they end on good terms? Are they stuck? Is that Lex still being like, But in the actual canon, Tyler Hoechlin Superman, I guess this is going into the actual crisis, he now has 2 boys. Yeah, he got his memories thingy, but Lois hadn't yet. His Lois. They did name it after the dad, right? John. They did better, otherwise I would have riot. And I just love Smallville. I miss Smallville. I need to watch Smallville again. I mean, it was so bizarre. I mean, there was a bloody episode where, like, Lena, not Lena, also Win and Kara for life. I do kind of ship Lena and Kara, but Kara and Win for life. I repeat, Kara and Win for life. I haven't watched the new episodes. I haven't watched last season, or probably like last season, but Win and Kara for life. I've watched a few. So I've watched the scene where he returned, and Win and Kara for life. I repeat, Win and Kara for life. Is that not enough? Where was I? Yeah, I've lost it. But I don't know if I'll be doing these on a Friday. This will be going up on a Monday for me. But I might do more Fandom Fridays, hopefully, and then do some more videos instead of doing them last minute. Which you guys wouldn't know, but I have been. Which I'm a bit sad on, but I'm going to do my best to do more videos and actually finish games on the channel. But for now, that will do. So, my name is Ultimate Fangirl Grace. You guys are the fandom. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, because I make new videos every Monday. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!